My therapist thinks that I should stop talking to you. I need you. And I know that you need me. So I'm just gonna have to find another therapist.
Faye, this is not a phone call I was looking forward to making. You know we all love you here at Lighthouse, and we really want to continue publishing your work. But Faye, you need to get out of town. Get out of your condo.
I'm going to be getting back to writing this week, so stay tuned.
If you can't give me a first draft by the end of the month, I'm afraid we're gonna have to drop you.
Wow. Babe, let's dance. You're gonna have to hold me up. Oh. Have you ever experienced anything paranormal here? Is this Jacob? Jacob? Am I going crazy? A disturbed, young, self-help author finds a Ouija board and dies in a cabin in the woods while she's trying to contact her dead husband. What? What are you? Is this my punishment? How about I don't write this book?
Sober up and get yourself together.
I was so mad at him. Why? I know what I have to do.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Faye, an amazing new thriller that you're going to want to check out. And as you see on the screen, I have some special guests. I have the writer, director, producer, Miss Katie Amond, and the star that just handles this whole heavy load I don't understand. We're going to get into it, Miss Sarah Zanotti. Thank you both so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, man, let me start off with you, Katie, since this kind of came from your mind. I'm a filmmaker myself. To learn about that, this was like filmed on an iPhone with like 4 people, and you only have Sarah pulling off this heavy load as one actor, which is amazeballs. How did this German idea sprout? Can you take me back to the very beginning?
Yeah, well, we wrote it together. We co-wrote it.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, it started one night. We were in pre-production for another movie, actually. And Sarah, we were just hanging out, like watching a movie. And she pauses the movie and she goes, Katie, I have a dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I want to be in a movie. And I was like, you're about to be. We're shooting in 2 weeks. She goes, no, I want to be in a movie where I'm the only one.
I want to be the only one, Katie.
And I was like, okay. A little narcissistic, but okay.
Yeah.
Because we're each other's yes men, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. So we wrote it. And then literally we wrapped the movie we were working on. 2 days later, we drove to Louisiana and we shot Faye.
I love that. So you're kind of like the best of friends and just friends chilling out and let's make a movie. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. So, so the both of you two together, I want to make a movie. Was horror always like the genre? Maybe what inspired to make this particular film?
Well, we had just started writing together. Rattled, the movie that we were about to make when we wrote Faye. We wrote Faye during pre-production of that one. Mm-hmm. And Rattled was a horror. I think we both loved horror, but those were our first 2 projects that we had done together.
Yeah.
We're both big fans of horror, and they just kind of happened to go that way. I think we try to write things that are a little bit more, I don't know, upbeat, and just
it just always goes dark.
Just doesn't happen. So
okay, so you do this low budget for four on crew, I would assume, you being one of them, Katie, and then Sarah obviously in front of the camera, but I'm assuming as well, because it's low budget, I'm sure Sarah was also doing some additional work beyond just acting this out.
Yeah, a little bit of continuity.
Continuity.
Like before I'd be like, was that there? And they'd be like, don't worry about it. And I'd be like, but I am worried about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just blown away by that. This is just you, Sarah, all the way through. Conceptually, again, as a filmmaker, it takes me a lot of pre-pro and then figuring things out. Like, how did you both figure this out in just it being you and just the shots and just constructing a film like this?
Well, I mean, all the shots, that would be Katie's expertise, but I mean, we just, between Faye, and the presence and then the black box monologues, it kind of cut it up to where it felt like I was 3 different characters.
Mm-hmm.
So mentally that kind of made me feel like, I mean, while we were making the movie, I definitely felt like I was acting, but with, the camera kind of, or the phone in our case, feels like another character. So it felt like, I don't know, it felt like I was working with, more than just myself, I guess. Yeah. And I also am just a weird person and I'm always acting with myself.
I feel
I mean, like I'm driving in the car and I'm just making up monologues. Like I stop at a red light and I'm crying about, my non-existent husband. I'm like, why didn't he drive the kids to school? I have no kids. So it's just, I tell myself a monologue before I go to bed at night, just in the mirror. And then I'm like, oh, good night, you. So, in a weird way, I was like, we're just going to capture what I do all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's down with it.
She's down with it.
So
Katie's brain, I mean, is just, she's a little savant. So.
Oh man, I love that. So Katie, trusting in your friend. So Sarah wanted to do this film with just her.
Yeah.
Actually doing it. Tell me that process and just getting this together. Like I'm just so blown away by this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This was the worst job I've ever done on pre-production. A lot of it was flying by the seat of our pants. But that being said, I've worked in movies for a long time. I know how to make a movie, and all of our crew, but the 3 other people on this movie, that was Nicole Lim, Sarah De La Haye, and Christopher Martin. They are very capable individuals.
Yeah.
So they put up with me while we had a schedule, but I was kind of shot listing morning of every day. And we didn't have an AD keeping us on schedule or anything. So we would do crazy things like put her in crazy makeup at 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. and then just shoot the other half of the scene where she's the ghost or whatever. And the presence. The other.
It was unorthodox for sure.
It was unorthodox,
but
we literally even went down to New Orleans and called a friend to borrow some lights.
Yeah. And he was like, sure, I've got a bunch of equipment in my garage. And we were like, yes.
He was FaceTiming me from Hawaii to like get into his house and get the equipment and send him a list of what I borrowed.
Yeah. He was shirtless, which was,
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
He's like chilling on the beach and he's like, okay, the HMI light is in the garage and whatever. And I was just like, if you could put on a shirt, sir.
Yeah. This is the ultimate example of just calling in all the favors.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All the friends from film school, all the friends that worked on movies here with us. It's like, you guys want to do this? Like, we're going to go make a movie on a phone. It's going to be wild. Let's do it. And they came along and it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yes.
I love guerrilla filmmaking. As creatives, we just got to create, and you learn along the way. And so actually, with that being said, that gives me another question: lessons learned doing something like this to anybody else out there that, wow, they shot that all on an iPhone. What would you say to that person about filmmaking?
I think shooting on your phone is it's a cool option. If you've got a 4K camera in your pocket, there's some technical difficulties, but if you're going for gritty indie film, they don't matter that much, you know? And I think story conquers everything. So if you've got a solid story, you've got a solid actor or actors, depending on how many are in your story, and a capable crew, you can do it. You're very capable of doing it. But yeah, I would just say, do it.
I'd also say, like, if everybody is all in, you know, sometimes I think on smaller production, and this, you know, it didn't even at times feel like a production, because it was just like our phones on gimbals and stuff like that. But if you are so deeply committed to making something, and treat it as though you are on a set with millions and millions of dollars behind you, it's like, I don't know. I just don't know that you can fail in that regard. Yeah. Because, you know, if everybody dives to the deep end together, you're going to come up with at least a great experience or something you're proud of. Yeah. But I think had anyone in the, any one of five of us, if anybody had just sort of been like, I don't know if it would have worked.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. All right. Just do it, y'all. Just do it. And Sarah, you pull off this heavy load. Okay. So you wanted to do this. You're now doing it. We're in production. Just the confidence, just pulling off to any actor that was stepping your shoes, making this film, just some words on acting and this character and how you pulled it off.
I mean, I actually think about this a lot. I'm like, would I be able to do that again? You know, I think what I was just saying about you've just got to go all in. It's got to be 100% and just trust that, you know, as an actor, it's like, trust that you'll find it, you know, and trust that if you can't find it in one moment, that you'll keep doing whatever it is that you need to do in order to find the feeling, the action, whatever it is. I'm just a believer that if you trust yourself that you will not quit and get into it however you can, then, you know, you can walk away from that at least. Just feeling like, I don't know, get your hands dirty. Just get in there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't have that liberty because time is always a thing on this set. You know, we had time. So I was able to just really kind of do my thing. But
I mean, the five of us lived in the cabin. Yeah. We would just wake up in the morning. I do remember waking up one morning and you and Nicole were eating breakfast in the kitchen. I just walked down and I was like, we're dumb. We are
dumb people. Surround yourself with idiots.
I was like, well, I can't believe we're doing this, but again, we did it. And also we were coming literally right off of another shoot. So it's like, we kind of didn't stop. It was almost just like having a weekend and then going right back into shooting. Just smaller crew. And
awesome.
You know.
So you put this film together, you wrapped it, you edited it up. What do you guys think? And now you guys it's going to be launching to the world now for everyone to see. How has this journey been of making Faye and now talking to guys like me, you know, about this amazing film?
It's been crazy. Like to think that, honestly, just to think that it was an idea on the couch. And then I was like, okay, we could just shoot it on our phones. And then, I don't know. It's crazy that you can do something so small and now the world can see it.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's hard to believe.
It's been really gratifying.
Absolutely.
I mean, just to
keep disappearing.
I know. I'm so
ghost.
sorry.
I know she's a little bit of a ghost, but it goes with the film. It
does. Yeah.
I do too. I don't really know what it is.
Oh, look, I can just fade into myself. And my blood tears. Yeah, it's been a super gratifying experience. I mean, you know, I kind of think to myself, if we could do something like that, then we could, you know, if we really want to make something and shoot it, then, you know,
we will.
But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if my mind can wrap around that other people are going to be able to see it now.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. So maybe a Faye 2, you know, have you thought about that at all, or just concepts or just other projects after this one?
There's not enough therapy in the world. For a Faye too.
Yeah.
No, I mean, maybe another iPhone movie. That would be awesome.
There's so many benefits to it. There's some, downsides as well, but there's so many pros. I mean, you can tape it to a wall.
Yeah.
Camera setup takes 10 seconds. So.
Or maybe we'll have an as if universe, and then one day, like, Faye will be in another movie.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
You heard it here first, folks.
Well, I can't wait to finally watch this film. I saw the trailer. I read about it, read some amazing reviews about it. So congrats to you guys.
Thank you.
And just as this film releases, y'all check it out. It's dropping everywhere. I'll have the links in the description below. What else do you want to say about Faye to everyone that may not have seen it yet and why they should go check it out?
Well, I mean, I think the essence of Faye is, about how sometimes the biggest monsters in our lives are our feelings, our emotions, and processing through them, and that they can sometimes feel like they are too big, they are too scary, they're too much. Mm-hmm. But human beings are so resilient, and being able to move through grief, loss, while it might feel like it's going to kill you, it won't. And also female filmmakers, which is a huge passion of ours, obviously. So
yes, I saw that reading up on you guys. I love that. I have a young girl who's a creative, and I'm raising her to just follow whatever she wants to do. So shout out to you guys for helping pave that way that y'all can do it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be all these men in here doing this and third. No, we can all be creative. I love it. So thank you both. How can my people follow you guys? Do you have socials, website that I can also tell them what it'll be in the description below? But for those that might be driving right now, listening to this, watching this, how can they check you out?
Everything's our handle's always As If Productions. It's AZ, it's Amond and Zanotti. And then As If, because Clueless fans.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our website's under construction. We do have a website, but I'd go to the Instagram or the Facebook page.
Instagram's probably the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes we tweet.
We do movie review Mondays, which is always a fun time on our Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be looking for that. I will be subscribing, sharing, following, doing all of the things. And as these other projects come along, I'd love to chat with you guys again and give you love and light and celebrate it, and definitely do my best. No worries.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. Guys, Sarah Zanotti, Katie Amond, Faye, check it out. It's everywhere. You're going to want to check it out. It's your boy, Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Love y'all.
Bye. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Zanotti.
And I'm Katie Amond.
And we are the writers and creators of Faye. I play Faye.
I directed it. We co-wrote it. You already said that. That's cool.
No, it's cool.
Faye's the first one-woman horror film, and we hope you'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out. It's all about, just emotions.
Emotions. They're terrifying.
Scary things.
They really are.
Ghosts, presence. It's a cabin in the woods. It's not in the woods. It's in the bayou.
It's a cabin on the bayou.
It's a cabin on the bayou. There are gators that we never see, but you can feel them.
How was that?